Hello, everyone. This is Carlos Ramirez, and today I want to talk about the vehicle market in Ecuador. Let's start saying that in 2025, the vehicle market in Ecuador sold over 124,000 units. That's 15% growth compared with the previous year. The top selling brands were Kia with 15.4%, followed by Chevrolet 12.6%, Hyundai 6.1%. The best-selling Chinese brand was Chery, which sold about 19,700 units. The Chinese cars are coming more to Ecuador. If we think and go back to probably 10 years ago, nobody bought a Chinese car. Why? Because at this moment, it was difficult to find parts to replace in case of any damage. Also, maintenance was very expensive because it was a new brand. Not a lot of people works with Chinese car, and Chinese car have good technology on Chinese cars. Then, right now, surprised me that last year Chery sold 19,700 units. That means that it's coming a strong brand, and they also have available more parts right now, more places to give maintenance. They are not the only dealership that sold parts. That happens with other brands. To give you an idea, Mitsubishi is a dealership that they only will offer replacement parts or maintenance with Mosumi. Mosumi is the dealership that is authorized in Ecuador to sell Mitsubishi, and they will be the only ones that will sell Mitsubishi parts. Then, in case of an accident, it's difficult to repair your car because if you need to change some specific parts, you will need to wait almost 3 months to import the parts. What I'm trying to say is that Chery or Chinese cars right now, I think, in my opinion, they have more parts available. Then, not is a bad option because have good technology and also good ability to sell parts in case that you need to replace any part or you have an accident. Okay. Now, electric cars. BYD was the top electric brand, growing over 240%. Okay, right now we can find easily electric dealerships in any city in Ecuador. BYD especially, and they sold 2,916 units. There is something important that you need to consider is that we are still building the charging network in Ecuador. And we have only 13 charging stations in Quito and 4 in Guayaquil. I know that Cuenca will have some charging stations soon and have some charging stations on the markets, on the mall. Why people are preferring, in my opinion, electric cars? Because electric cars have a lot of advantage in taxes. To give you an idea, electric cars never will pay for ICE, Impuesto a Consumos Especiales. They have a discount for IVA, and they also reduce on 0% the import tariffs. Then that's the reason why electric cars can cost probably 35% less than regular units, regular cars, because the advantage on the taxes, And also, electric cars have more places to give maintenance, but the electric car maintenance is basic maintenance, Then it's a good option, but in my opinion, if you will be driving around Ecuador, if you will drive from a city to other city, probably you will need to consider a different car. Also, considering our streets, our roads, our mountains, our volcans, and everything in Ecuador, if you will be traveling around whole Ecuador, you will need to consider a car with a bigger engine. To give you an idea, from Cuenca to Guayaquil, you need to wake up the Cajas mountains, and there 1.5 engine, okay, not will have enough force to go up faster, Then, depending where you will live, if you are a person that will be living in the city, you will use your car in the city to go to shopping, something like that. You may consider a sedan, a hatchback. But if you want to explore Ecuador, definitely you will need an SUV, a truck, or a bigger car with a good engine that will works good on the mountains. This is important to consider, in my opinion. Now, we talk about the taxes. Taxes are around 35% more than how much the car cost in Europe, in United States, from 35% probably. I want to talk also about the change in customer preference in Ecuador, because Ecuadorian buyers, probably 10 years ago, they never consider an option automatic cars, and automatic cars depreciation was horrible 10 years ago. Nobody want an automatic car. Why? Because automatic cars, repairs with automatic cars at this time was very expensive, and only specific people or dealerships can help with those repairs. But right now, automatic cars are pretty common in Ecuador, and then not will be a problem if you bought an automatic car and later you want to sell it. Right now, customers prefer automatic or manual cars, but of course, also Ecuadorian people, in my opinion, and taking a look to which type of cars Ecuadorian people prefer, SUVs and trucks. You will see a lot of SUVs and trucks, especially on the roads in Ecuador. New versus used cars. What happens with new cars? On new cars, the taxes come directly from the invoice. If your car cost is $40,000, from the $40,000 you will pay all the taxes. Okay, then could be expensive. Pay for the matricula and pay for all the taxes to leave the dealership could be expensive. To give you an idea, for a $40,000 car, maybe you will pay in taxes and for the matricula first year around $2,200 just for taxes and to get your matricula. Now, used cars. What happens with used cars? You can buy a 2 years or 3 years used car, and when you go to the notary to prepare the sale contract, okay, at the notary, they will request you information about how much you want to include on the sale contract as a reference cost of your car, and then you can use a lower price. This is a recommendation that not will affect the deal, not will affect the negotiation, not will affect your car value, your real or commercial car value. It is just a reference to determine how much tax you will pay. Then that's the reason why, if you take the car registration on a used car, you will see that the reference cost of the car is lower. And sometimes the reference cost on the matricula said 8,000, and it's a car that easily is sold for 20,000. Then this is as an strategic way to pay a little bit less taxes. Then, if you are going to buy a used car, definitely you need to use a lower price on the sale contract to save some money on taxes. This is not possible with brand new cars. Now, brand new cars, you can do something that I will recommend you. If you are going to buy a brand new car to the seller, you can ask them to give you the end of the car plate number, a higher one. Not 1, 2, 3, no, 9, for example, or 8. Why? Because the car registration in Ecuador depends on the last plate number. of your car. You know, to give you an idea, if your plate number in your car ends in 1, you will need to go ahead with the registration on February. If your last digit on the plate number is 9, you will do it in November. Then, if you are going to buy a brand new car in March, I don't know, May, April, ask to the seller, I want 9 as my last plate number for my car, or 8. Then, you will pay for the tax and for the registration for the matricula, and the document will work from May to next November. You know, if you get a 2 last plate number, for example, number 2 or number 3, next March or April, you will need to pay again. Then, if you are going to buy a brand new car, try to get a higher number as the last plate on your plate number. Okay, such as 8 or 9. And finally, well, if you are considering to buy a brand new car, you need to consider how expensive are the parts of the car in case of accidents. You know, and in Ecuador, not mandatory get insurance, but it can save a lot of money. To give you an idea, in a Mazda CX-5 2025, we recently replaced the front light. The insurance company paid $1,600 for a light. Then, easily, a simple or a basic accident can be more than your deductible. Insure your car, brand new car, is a really good idea. And also, you need to consider that in Ecuador, only 22% of the cars are insured. Then if you have an accident, probably you will be involved in an accident with a person that doesn't have insurance, you know. And what happens then, if he don't have insurance, he will pay for the damage on your car. If you have insurance, your insurance company will pay for it, of course. And if you hit another car, the insurance company also will pay for civil liability. A comprehensive car insurance is a very good idea to save some money, and basically considering that roads and the way that people drive in Ecuador not pretty safe, you know. Then it's important to consider also get good insurance. And when I am saying good insurance is because not all insurance companies works in the best way in Ecuador. Sometimes insurance companies have limitations on coverage, okay, higher deductibles, or just authorize repairs on his shops, you know, not an open network. Some companies do not work with dealerships, you know. Then if you have a brand new car and you have insurance with one of those companies, they not will agree to go to the dealership to repair your car. Then take care of that. I hope my video helps you to understand a little bit about the vehicle market in Ecuador. If you are going to buy a car, I have another video that especially talking about used cars. I explain on this video how the process is, you know, what you need to do to buy a used car. You need to be sure about the reference cost of the car, because used cars have higher cost. But for example, you can use patiotuerca.com as a reference to determine how much the car cost is. You know, you need to inspect it. You need to inspect a used car, inspect the engine, shocks, brakes, to be sure about the condition. But it is in another video. Hope this video helped you to understand the vehicle market in Ecuador. If you have any question, write to here on the messages, on the comments, and I will be happy to answer any question you may have. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I am preparing more information about different facts in Ecuador that will help to foreigners, especially to understand how Ecuador is, you know. And if you have any suggestion for any specific information that you want to know, also let me know in the comments, and I will be happy to talk about that. Thank you for watching the video. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, and see you next time.